Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day in Toronto, and I thought it's a perfect day to do a Hosta garden tour. Okay, let's start here at the entrance of the garden. So, right here is a crispula, and that has variegated green and white leaves. And on this side, we've got a Queen Josephine. And this little guy here, this is a whirlwind. And I put the rocks in them so the squirrels don't bother the plant. And over here, we have another Queen Josephine, but I underplanted it with geraniums. And right beside the Queen Josephine is the fragrant bouquet in the cobalt blue pot. And in this pot, we have another crispula. And as we head into the patio area, this pot we have a fragrant blue, and over here we have a giant crispula. And this one was from one of the original plants in the garden that I've separated over the years. And behind it is a Siboldiana. And you'll see a few of those in the gardens because, again, over the years, it's one of the ones that I've separated. And this little guy over here is a whirlwind. And as we enter the garden, in this terracotta pot is another fragrant blue. And beside it, in another terracotta pot, is another crispula. And a Francis Williams. In this area, I find that the Hostas don't grow very large over here. And I think, again, it's because of the competition with the tree roots. But this guy here, this is a salmon substance. And this is usually very big. But, again, I think it's the competition for water. And right beside that is a Francie. And over here, this little guy is a gemstone. And next to him is Fire and Ice. I want to give a shout out to my hydrangeas. They are doing very well this year. over here, this big guy here, this is a Sibyldiana. And right beside him is a Patriot. And over here, let's get under here. This is a city light. And right here, this is a gypsy rose. And I've got two Sibyldiana side by side right there. And this little guy in the middle, I replanted it a couple of weeks ago. That's a stained glass. And this little guy, that's a morning star. And over here, we have three Sibyldianas. And in front of them is a a Big Daddy. And beside the Big Daddy is a Francis Williams. So as I make my way down the path, over here we have a really big Sibyldiana, and I think I'll probably have to separate that next spring. And over here we have a Francie. Again, you got to give it up for the hydrangeas. And another Sibyldiana. I love this variegated euonymus. And over here we have Patriot. And a Guacamole. And right here we have a Crassa Regal. Look, a little garden friend was eating something. And here's another Guacamole. All in all, for August, these plants are doing very well. Usually around now, there's a lot of holes in the plants from slug damage. But this year, I've seen no evidence of slug damage, so very grateful for that. And over here we have a Gypsy Rose. And beside that is the Big Daddy. In a couple of years, that one is going to get very large. Beside the Big Daddy is a Queen Josephine. And then right there is a very mature Big Daddy. And right there is an even bigger Big Daddy. All the way at the back of the garden, the sedums are starting to come in. And over here we have two Siboldianas. Just thought I'd give a shout out to the Double Rose Althea Rose of Sharon. Still performing very, very well.